How are you, my dear class 7 English version students? In the previous class, I just explained about the expansion of matter due to the effect of heat. Here's the expansion of matter due to the effect of heat. I just explained about the effect of expansions of solids in our daily life. We also give some example. Here's I just explained today our new topics is expansion of liquid and the gaseous matter. Here's the first structure is the expansion of liquid. Please everyone open the book and the page number is 105. The expansion of liquid is much higher than the expansion of a solid in volume. Thermometer is made using the expansion of liquid metal mercury. Already you have learned it. You will learn in the chapter titled The Change of Climate that the temperature of the earth is increasing. Yes. As a result, the height of the sea surface is increasing as well for the expansion of the volume of the sea water. Here's expansion of gases. I just explained the basically equipment. A glass bottle, 2 water tubes, hot and cold water, balloon thread. Work. Take a strong and empty glass bottle. Tie a balloon with a thread to the neck of the bottle. Take boiling water in one tube and cold water in another tube. Now dip the bottle in hot water cautiously. What do you see? The balloon has blown away a little. Now dip the bottle in cold water. Has the balloon soaked? Why is it happening? Caution. Be careful in using boiling water. Yes, the gas expands a great while it is heated. If we dip the bottle is not hot water, the gas inside of the bottle gets heat and expands. As a result, the balloon has blown away after receiving the air from the bottle. If we dip the bottle in cold water, the inside air is bottle contracts. As a result, the air of the balloon comes back into the bottle. That is why the balloon is soaking. It provides that the gaseous substances expands due to heat. Again, I just repeat our title. Yes, the title, The Change of Climate, that the temperature of the earth is increasing. The effects of expansion of gas. The effect of expansion of gas is found in nature and in our daily life. Have you seen baking bread? At one stage, the bread goes up a grade. If we put a hole in the bread, something comes out with a sound. Why does such happen? You know, the bread is made with a combination of flour and water. The inside water in the bread turned into vapor. Vapor expands more when heated. As a result, the bread swells. Engine is driven by the use of expansion of gas due to heat. You will understand more when you will be grown up. Fuel burned heat expands gas which helps drive the engine. Engine is driven by the shocks of the expanded gas. Atmospheric change is found for the expansion of air due to heat. We will know about this from the discussion given below. Yes, we also given the example, some example. Now we are going to the lesson 8. The effects of temperature over humidity and atmospheric pressure. Today I just only explain this title, the particles of air move to and fro in air. They apply force when they are obstructed. As a result, pressure exists in air. The applied force of air per unit area is called the pressure of air. Please everyone underline this line. The air exerts pressure at all directions. The atmospheric pressure of anywhere depends upon their temperature. The atmospheric pressure is increased when a confined pot when the temperature rises. The reason is that the atmosphere is not confined, it is open. Air gets lighter and goes up when heated. For this, the density of air decreases and air pressure decreases. This is why if the temperature of a place increases, then air pressure falls down, i.e. depression takes place. High pressure takes place where temperature is low. Water vapor, air humidity and temperature. The another very important example I just given below. You know that the water of the earth's surface turns into vapor and mix with air. Air contains water vapor more or less all the time. The amount of water vapor in air is expressed as the humidity of air. If air contains more water vapor, the humidity will be more. If air contains less water vapor, the humidity will be less. The water turns into vapor more than when temperature increases. On the other hand, air contains more water vapor if temperature increases. In our country, we feel sultry weather during the month of Shravan and Bhadra. Then by the influence of monsoon, a lot of water vapor floats and comes to land from the Bay of Bengal. Sweating of our body takes place when humidity is more in the air. When water vapor increases too much at one stage, it is condensed and turns into cloud and at last it rains. So we also know about the how can it also that happens when the water vapor is and at last it rains. Another example, transmission of heat, lesson 9 to 10. Here I just give you the 7-9 on the 7 to 9. This structure is the transmission of heat. Have you ever marked that a steel spoon gets hot when it is kept in a hot curry bowl? How does heat flow away from curry to hand? Heat flows from places of higher temperature to places of lower temperature. The process of heat that transfers from one place to another is known as heat transmission. Heat flows by the process conduction, convection and radiation. Dear students, today I just explain about the heat conduction. What is the heat conduction? Heat flows through the spoon from hot curry bowl by the process of conduction. Heat flows through solid substances by the process. You know, the particles of solid substances cannot change their positions. They can vibrate from their own positions. Hot particles push adjacent cold particles and they are heated in turn and vibrate rapidly. In this way, heat goes from one end to the other. Thus, the heat flows from heat end to cold end without changing the position of the particles. Now, among solid substances, metals such as iron, copper, brass, aluminium, zinc conduct away heat rapidly. So, the utensils or the utensils made the materials are used to cook. Heat is conducted away to a minimum by non-metals such as wood, cotton, cloth, soil, etc. That is why we use a cloth to hold the hot pots. For this reason, wooden stick is convenient for cooking purpose. My dear students, today I just explained about the expansion of matter due to effect of heat. Here's the expansion I just explained or give the example of expansion of liquid and the effect of expansion of gas and the another structure, the effect of temperature, oven humidity and atmospheric pressure. Here's the atmospheric pressure. I just give you the water vapor, air humidity and temperature. And the another structure is the transmission of heat. Today I just give only the conduction, heat conduction and the another structure is the heat convection. So we are going to the structure, the heat convection. Heat flows to liquid and gas by the process only. Take a pot and put some water and place it on the burner. Then the whole water gets heated. In this case, the particles of water absorb heat and get energy. After getting energy, water particles become lighter and goes up. The top particles of cold water goes down and absorb heat. Thus, all the particles in turn absorb heat and get heated. My dear students, today I just give you the only the short explain about the convection. In the next class, I just explain what is the convection and the heat radiation. So that's all, my dear students. Thank you. Dear students, the convection. Here's the convection. Thus, all the particles in turns absorb heat and get heated. Then heat transfers from one place to another. Thus, hot water from the bottom carries heat above the cold water, which goes downward and gets itself heated and then goes up again. The process continues until all the water is equally heated and attains the same temperature. This process of heat transfer is called convection. Like the particles of the liquid, particles of gases get heated and transmit heat so easily by changing its positions. Have you ever stood by the side of a fire in winter? The villagers bask by burning woods or twigs during winter. We feel hot while standing by the side of fire. But if you put your hand over the fire carefully, you will feel warmer. Because by the process of convection, the particles of air get heated and get up but do not go aside. So we feel hotter over the fire rather than standing aside. That's all, my dear students.